On the third day of Christmas, my podcast gave to me
3 franchise entries,
2 unneeded remakes, 1 good movie.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Here's the first movie.
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Peel that pig and slice him thick.
The body count is always bigger.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
And the fucking trees walked in those movies.
Hi, doggy.
What a story, Mark.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled.
It's just like your opinion, man.
Life moves pretty fast.
If you want your sequel to become a franchise.
37 dicks.
In a row?
I'm your number 1 fan.
G'day, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another episode of Marathon Me with your host, Kane.
And Rhys.
And let us just say, happy early Christmas to all in all. We decided we wanted to treat you guys. You know, we've been treating you guys all month with these entries, with these nice little special presents of reviews, and we decided, we'll give them a nice little early present with a nice ranking. Everyone loves a good Christmas ranking. Don't you love a Christmas ranking, Rhys?
Oh, so good, because there's a lot of Christmas franchises out there, and, I think that something that most Christmas movie franchises have in common is there are some good ones, and there are some bad ones. And I mean entries into those franchises. There's also, I think that you're probably going to be listening to this a little bit after Christmas, but, keep the festive cheer going. You still probably have leftovers in the fridge, and you still probably have, Christmas decorations up. The Christmas tree is probably still hanging up. Because you don't take that down until until late January. Because you still want the pine smell, the festive cheer going through the household.
Exactly. I mean, also the period from Christmas to New Year's Eve. That's basically still a big old holiday. It's just a nice little just big kind of party period where you just get to celebrate the festive and the new beginnings.
And we've been celebrating the festive season this year with a lot of plastic bag murders, a lot of people hiding in the attic, and some pretty diverse takes on the same film in this Black Christmas franchise. And we're here today to sort of talk a little bit about how the marathon experience went and give our ranking, as we always do.
Maurice, since I was the one that picked this franchise to tackle for our Christmas special, what did you think of the marathoning experience of the Black Christmas trilogy, quote unquote?
Man, I had so much fun visiting these holiday horror movies. I'm not the biggest sort of consumer of holiday horror, but you know what? This is going to sound dumb, but it got me in the spirit. It honestly did get me in the Christmas spirit, dude.
No, that's good. That's good as I honestly, I'm feeling the same because right now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not feeling a lot of the Christmas spirit. I'm not in a classic kids movie where I'm oh, I'm sad on Christmas. No, I'm just not feeling it as much compared to when I was watching the Black Christmas movies. They gave me some Christmas cheer, and even though some of them are worse than others, I was still getting a bit of that Christmas vibe, and I was like, ooh, okay, this feels nice. But it's been a really fun time, honestly, visiting these movies, and getting to also watch some films that as child me really wanted to watch. I can finally cross them off my list, even if they were disappointing. I can still cross them off the list. And honestly, I will say one of the biggest takeaways is that it makes me want to visit a lot more holiday horror, because I'm very fascinated by holiday and Christmas horror films in general.
I think, even though that we were looking to first do Silent Night, Deadly Night, but then it didn't really work, man, I want to do Silent Night, Deadly Night.
You better believe we're going to do that soon, man.
We have a year to source these sequels, these unreachable, unachievable sequels. I think we can do it. We go to op shops. We go to op shops enough that we will be able to come across these DVDs at some point, right? Surely.
Oh, completely, man. Look, if the YouTube channel Dead Meat could cover the bloody the sequels that we can't find, we should be able to get our hands on them somehow. We've got a whole year, so guys, fans at home, mark your calendars. All right, next Christmas season, Silent Night, Deadly Night is coming to your audio ears.
Also, please do let us know your audio ears. What about my sight ears, mate? What about my ears that can see?
Look, when we become a visual podcast, then we'll include visual ears.
Also, please shout out if you have any means of watching these films. We're desperate. We're very, very desperate.
Yes, please, guys.
I'm also very, very festive right now. I'm wearing like a red and green shirt, red shoes. I'm feeling like a little elf. Little elf in my toy shop, which is the recording studio.
Not bad, not bad.
And I think that we should get to our ranking, where, like, okay, Kane and I, it's a pretty clear and cut, easy ranking for Kane and I. I think that we're aligned, so we're just going to rank this together. Because there's no point us doing it twice when it's going to be the same order. And you know something nice is that maybe that even though that these three films, there are some in there that aren't the greatest of movies, everyone gets a medal in this race. A bronze, a silver, and a gold.
Oh, cute.
And
Love that.
Kane, would you like to award our first bronze medal?
Oh, happily. And the proud recipient of the bronze medal, aka the shit medal, is Black Christmas 2006.
Woo!
A letdown, a bore, a visual eyesore in every aspect, an audio eyesore, and
Kane, you caroled that. You brought it. Your inner Dr. Seuss came out, and you sung from high heavens. That was a beautiful rhyme.
Actual? That was not audience. That was not intentional whatsoever. I swear to God, this was not scripted.
I think that the festive ghost has possessed you as well. I think that it has.
Days.
You can't help.
I feel like Jimmy Stewart right now. I'm feeling the Christmas spirits.
Yeah, exactly. Don't jump, Kane.
Oh, no, don't worry, Clarence, sorry, Billy has helped me see the light.
I want to live again. I love so much how fucking Family Guy's just ruined our brains. That, like, even though that I love that movie, I always think of the fucking Family Guy knockoff for A Wonderful Life. Anyway, yeah, man, this 2006 was just too fucking ridiculous to me, man. It wasn't scary for a second, and history has really forgotten this film, and you can see why.
Yeah.
It's almost like the world tries to hide it. It tries to hide that this existed. And I think only in discussing this, like, do I have a bit of an appreciation and retrospect of just how much of a misstep this was.
Yeah.
But it also is coming as a result of, like, an era of horror that I really don't like.
Right,
I quite like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake from this period, as well as the Hills Have Eyes remake from this period.
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
And all the rest, I could just throw in the bin for all that I care.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess. They all really do blend together, some, apart from certain outliers, but I guess, you and I just have some different tastes when it comes to at least that era, because while I do hate this movie, I think it's dog shit, I at least had some fun with the novelty of that era that it's oozing, you know?
And it's just such a ridiculous idea to take all of the strengths of the original, its ambiguity, its mystery, and explain all of it, and then make this really compellingly terrifying antagonist, make them sympathetic when almost the entire draw and fear to come from that original Black Christmas is how inhuman this character is.
Completely.
But I have a question for you that I'm actually very curious about, and I was thinking about this in the last episode, but there wasn't the time to ask it. Do you prefer this remake or the Omen remake from 2006?
Oh, this remake, easy, yeah.
Oh, really? The Omen remake pisses you off that much?
Yeah, it's not really that. It's more so like, look, both movies fucking suck. Both of them are dog shit. But I can at least, like, when I think of Black Christmas 2006, I'm like, oh yeah, that was awful. And, like, it's visually disgusting, and it's just disgusting in general. Like I remember it. The Omen remake is just, I'm pretty sure I said this in the episode, it's a nothing movie to me. Complete nothing.
Yeah. This feels like an empty nothing movie to me, where the 2006 is like the Omen version feels quite redundant, but it almost feels like there's a little bit there that's like, I don't know, a little bit more to maybe grasp onto. I don't know, maybe it's just recency bias, like working in the opposite direction, where this one makes me a little bit madder. And I think that there's like some more technical. I think that the Omen is more technically superior to this film as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, more power to you. Hey, look, one day we'll have to have a debate episode about which movie's better or worse in this aspect.
That's a great debate. I like that. I like that.
we should. Oh, dude, when you come down to Melbourne, we'll have a debate about that.
Okay, perfect. Okay, fucking ends up in in a brawl. Punches are thrown.
I really don't like Omen 2006. I'll tell you that much.
The Christmas Day punches are fucking thrown. Okay,
hell yeah.
Let's move on to our silver medal. To one also like not a crazy lot better, but I would like to give the silver medal to 2019's Black Christmas remake.
And you know what? You know what a silver medal is very representative of? You may not have gotten the gold, but boy, God, you tried your best. But
yes,
which is what can be said about Black Christmas 2019. But you still got the silver medal. You still fucking failed. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. They didn't win, but it's a nice participation award.
Exactly.
And also shows that you did more than the bare minimum. You tried to thematically keep on, like, you tried to say something. Yeah. 2006's Black Christmas, that doesn't try to say anything. No. That just tries to fucking kill people, and it tries to get in a little bit of nudity thrown in there, where, you know, this tries to be something more, something greater.
Yeah. It really. I think the perfect way to encapsulate Black Christmas 2019 is the lyric from "In the End" by Linkin Park. They tried so hard, got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter because everyone forgot about this film. Maybe not as much as Black Christmas 2006, because you can at least find this movie, but it's still forgotten. It's still forgotten.
Yeah, this is a failed attempt at the era's elevated horror, but you gotta admire that moxie. Exactly. You gotta admire the intention there. You gotta admire the hustle too, right? That this took as long to make as a baby does. That it took 9 months.
Days. Yeah, insane. Honestly.
Yeah, that's like. They were fucking... It's a miracle that they got a movie made at all in this time.
Exactly, and at least from what I've heard from the behind-the-scenes stuff, it seemed like the cast and crew got along pretty well. So, you know, it wasn't like one of those kind of rush productions where the cast hate each other or the director, like, left, like something a la, like, Waterworld or anything like that. You know, like, it at least seemed like it was it was a rushed but civil shooting process, which is, you know, that's all right. That's good, you know?
Yeah, it forces everything really, really hard, because I feel like that they just to get it fucking across the line is you have to force it there. You have to force it across the line, right?
Yeah.
If you're going on such a tight deadline.
Yeah.
It oozes to me a filmmaker yet to find their style, but you know, maybe you can with a little bit when you're given more room to breathe, more room to experiment. If you're running on such a tight deadline, you don't have room to experiment.
No.
So you make everything functional, and that's sort of what this fails at doing, and it comes across as functional.
But enough about the losers. We're here to talk about the winner, the big boss, the one that got the gold and won the race. It is, and what a surprise, Black Christmas 1974. What a fucking film, man, honestly. Like, this was such a such a pleasant surprise, man. Like, I knew it was gonna be like an enjoyable time because it is like touted as a horror classic, but I loved it so much more than I initially anticipated, honestly, man. Like, I was so happy to watch this.
Elvis Presley, he has taste, man. And it's something that, like, genuinely got me scared. And when a horror movie can do that, man, then beautiful things happen. I agree with you. I just had I had a hell of a time watching it. And such a testament to the efficiency of how scary this movie is. When we were first recording and I could hear over the microphone on the call that we had, you were listening to some of the Billy phone calls and just hearing it slightly in the background over a muffled phone. It sent chills down my spine. And I'm already ready to freaking rewatch this again. This really is a fucking horror classic, and it freaking baffles me that this predates Halloween and is not spoken about more than it actually is, right?
It's insane. Like, this is definitely, like, this is similar to Alien. Obviously, Aliens are more, like, I guess more popular technically, but this is a film similar to that of Alien, where I want to introduce, like, horror fans that maybe haven't seen it to, like, hey, give this a watch. This is a really great time. Come on.
Yeah, I reckon, I'm coming to Melbourne tomorrow, and because they have that, like, 4K re-release, maybe we can watch it together in a cinema. For Christmas.
Oh my god. Oh, if I have the free time, yes, please, man.
And we've already said that we're going to have our Marathon Me Christmas party watching Karate Dog, so maybe we can do a Bob Clark double billing, where we watch Black Christmas in 4K in the cinema, then go home and watch Karate Dog. I don't have a lot of asks for Christmas, but that's one of them.
Oh, well, I will certainly try my best, because that sounds like a Christmas dream right there, good sir. Fuck it.
Sounds like Christmas Miracle to me.
Fuck Miracle on 34th Street. Fuck It's a Wonderful Life. Fuck Home Alone. We're doing a double billing of Black Christmas and Karate Dog, alright? Real Christmas classics, boys.
And Karate Dog, I got for Christmas when I was a child on DVD.
Oh, it's all coming together, Rhys. It's really meant to be.
It was a freaking Christmas present that my dad got me as a joke, because I was like fucking, I think, 14 years old, so I was too old for Karate Dog. But it's paying off with dividends, mate, with interest.
Yeah, no, completely.
Exactly.
Completely. There's just sometimes you just get like a movie or a gift that, like, when you're young, you're like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? But then it comes into play later on, and it's like, okay, I was meant to get it back then, but I wasn't meant to use it till now.
Thank you, Dad. I have to say that I've got to put a big old thank you, Dad, out there into the world.
Shout out to Robert Marks, mate. Absolute fucking legend.
Yep, exactly. But, yeah, even though that 2 out of these 3 films that we watched for this marathon were not great, completely worth it. If you need to sit down and watch all 3 out of necessity to watch the first film, it's worth it because of this first Black Christmas movie.
Oh, wholeheartedly.
And because we are insane and we are the Marathon Me boys, that is the necessary essential thing that we had to do. To talk about that movie, we had to also talk about these 2 remakes. And you know what?
Exactly.
Glad we did.
Look, the path to heaven is paved through hell. So all in all, like, these films, like, very interesting, very diverse in terms of the style, like their own different styles of when they were made, like what times they were made during, and especially in terms of quality, I'll tell you what, it is insane. And as we mentioned before, it is given me like this like big interest in just getting into more holiday horror, like. Because like, apart from the unmade sequel that we never got to the original Black Christmas, the Unmade Legacy sequel, there's not really any kind of Black Christmas like extra media out there. There's not at least not from what I know of. There's no comic books or video games or like porn parodies of Black Christmas per se.
I would say that there's definitely some porn out there called Black Christmas, but it's probably something very different.
Yes. I think like the closest we got was, I think, in the first episode when we were talking about the blaxploitation to be Black Christmas films, from what I recall.
Spiritual successes, yeah.
Actually, no, you go first, Rhys.
Yeah, I find it fascinating that this never got a sequel, but instead remake after remake. And especially like being a product of the 70s is like, it feels like it was rife for all these horror sequels to come out of it.
Completely.
And also, like, when you look at the filmography of Bob Clark, is that fucking Porky's got a sequel, Baby Geniuses got a sequel, but it took 30 years for Black Christmas to get a follow-up, and it was a remake. They felt like they had to start from the ground up.
Yeah, it's bizarre. You think they would go like the Halloween route or something like that. Like, it's interesting what could have been. We could, like, instead of Halloween being like the big thing, it could have been Black Christmas 2, Black Christmas Resurrection, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
Rob
and like,
Zombie's Black Christmas. Fuck's sake.
yeah, I could totally picture there being like in maybe like Black Christmas 2 or 3. That's when we get a backstory of Billy, right?
Yeah,
and these forgotten weird sequels, and potentially, you know, like fraying away from the Christmas period or something, becoming less and less about Christmas, or like becoming more about Christmas, being in the city, being like, you know, like there's
Billy Takes Manhattan. Yeah.
yeah. I can imagine things like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But it's strange though we didn't get it, and it almost puts this as like such a franchise that sort of could have been, instead of us like I like that we were forced out of Silent Night, Deadly Night, and instead sort of we were forced to visit the underdog, right? The one that never really got its feet off the ground, despite being so iconic. It never really got that, like, the whole sequel machine, right, usually comes as a result of it being a cash cow, out of it being like a money machine that you're like, may as well make another Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, because people are going to come because of the success of this IP, where this never had that, even though that, like, the strength of the roots of where it came from. And that I find like a very interesting part of horror history that we explored.
Yeah, no, completely. And you know what? In a way, while it would have been interesting to see like the Black Christmas IP go down the same route as something like, you say, your Halloweens, your Friday 13th, and etc. In a way, maybe we didn't really need that, because I feel like if we were to get sequels that did explain the backstory of Billy and, you know, make him into a Michael Myers type character, it would in a way it could have ended up cheapening the effectiveness of the original, I feel. And because we just have the original as its standalone thing with the 2 subsequent remakes forgotten about, that only makes the strengths of Black Christmas all the more stronger. 1974 to be 1974, just in case you guys weren't paying attention.
Yeah, I think that as well. This is a marathon that I do not think that we will be revisiting. I think that we haven't tackled a franchise that is a series of revisions, right? Like, as in just remake after remake after remake, where I feel like we will not be getting another Black Christmas remake probably ever again. That's my personal opinion.
Unless there's like a resurgence of blaxploitation and they actually genuinely make a blaxploitation Black Christmas, I don't think. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we're gonna have to
like
come
a The
back.
Wiz, like a The Wiz sort
something
of thing.
Yeah, something I like that.
And it's a musical,
exactly.
and Michael Jackson's in it.
Oh, please. Oh, and then I can finally find out if Michael Jackson loved the 2006 Black Christmas. Oh, please.
Yeah,
make it, please,
exactly.
I beg of you.
Yeah. Kane, I'm sorry to say, but I don't know how to tell you. I don't think they're going to be able to get Michael for this one.
Oh, really? Fuck, that sucks. Why? Is he busy?
I think he's busy. He's busy, all right, with being dead. So I think
what?
I think he's booked out. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
How long? When did he die?
Oh, like a while ago, 2009, I believe, 2010.
This is news to me, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm sorry. And you know what? Elvis is dead too.
No,
yep.
Oh, like, it just gets worse, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Not to put a dampen on this, but
my Christmas spirit.
I'm sorry, man.
God, man.
And on Christmas of all times to tell you, I'm sorry.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, you know what, Rhys? Since you gave me a Christmas gift, I check your Instagram because I sent you a Christmas a gift, a Christmas artwork, and I want your live reaction on the podcast.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the? Is it Michael Jackson? What? No. What is this?
It's fan art of Billy that I found on Pinterest.
Oh my god! Oh, that's fucking strange.
Yeah.
So what I'm looking at right now is sort of like erotic fan art of like a sort of like anime inspired, comic book inspired Billy. What the fuck?
When I was looking for when I was looking for posters and like artwork for the Instagram posts, I found those. And I was like, oh my days, I need to. I was like, okay, I was gonna text them to you just after I found them, but like, no, save them for the ranking. I'll just insert them in somehow, and I just want to see his reaction because I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Well, guess what, listeners? If you want to see the photos I'm referring to right now, go to our Instagram. We will be posting this. We'll be posting this for the ranking episode, so that there's a reference.
Damn straight.
Because what the fuck is this? And I get it. It's sort of like Billy tied up as a Christmas present. Like, what the fuck? There's so much wrong with this. Look under the Christmas tree. There's a tied up rapist that you are being gifted. What the fuck?
It's truly fascinating. Truly fascinating.
Yeah.
The mind of an artist.
Oh my god. Well, thanks for leaving me with that, man.
Hey,
you know,
no worries, man.
Maybe this franchise wasn't such a good thing if this is what it's getting people to do. Fucking, this is the legacy it's leaving.
Yeah, this is the legacy it's leaving fucking Yuri Yowie or whatever the fuck it is, fan art of fucking of a rapist murderer. Yeah, you know.
God,
good job.
I feel like this is not the note that I want to leave Black Christmas on.
Well, you know, think about
dark.
Think about this, Rhys, is that the original Black Christmas ended on a very dark and foreboding note, and that's how you're gonna leave this franchise.
Oh God! I guess we are. Okay. I have a final little thing.
Go on.
Okay. So, despite the darkness of it, despite the title itself being Black Christmas, you can't get darker than a Black Christmas, right? I think that this has really ignited and shone a light to the real the hidden gems that are still so sort of that are just beneath the surface. Because culturally you've been aware of Black Christmas this whole time. Culturally, you have too.
Yeah.
We've been sleeping on it for this long.
I know.
And
all the
it's
way
50 years old.
And fucking hell.
And also how much of an inspirational and sort of trend-setting horror film that this is for so many slashers and everything like that. And it gives me a lot of hope for the diamonds hidden amongst the rough that we can come across for other franchises and other standalone films. So, you know, this really has ignited my Christmas spirit.
And that's all I wanted, Rhys. That was all my intention. So, happy Christmas to you and to the fans out there, and a happy new year.
Don't forget to check out our Facebook page at MarathonMeOfficial, all one word, and our Instagram, MarathonMe_official, to keep up to date on the podcast. And hey, if you want to get into contact with us, email us at marathonmepodc, yes, the letter C, @gmail.com. Like a podcast without the ask.